Hello everyone and welcome to my 14th video on YouTube, and I just wanted to talk about Minecraft Live 2025. So as of this recording, Minecraft Live had happened yesterday, and they had a couple of interesting announcements, some that are coming to the next game drop after the Spring to Life update, I think it was called, and some other updates that they're going to have down the road, and I kind of wanted to talk about them and give my opinion. I don't exactly have a script here or anything to look at. I believe the first brand new thing they showed off was Vibrant Visuals, which is basically just built-in shaders for vanilla Minecraft. Now, unfortunately, it's coming to Bedrock first, and I myself am a Java player, but I guess Bedrock is the most widely accessible version for most people, so at least they'll get it first. But like I just said, it's just shaders for Minecraft, but it's built in, and it looks really good from what they showed, honestly, and apparently they're still working on it, so it may end up looking even better. My favorite part about what they showed, though, was the shadows and the reflections that have a very pixelated look. I think they said the shadows align with the textures of the blocks, and it looks really good. I haven't seen a shader do that, so it's nice that they get to have their own shaders, but they're also a bit more unique and feel pretty Minecrafty. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a couple months before it comes to Bedrock, and even longer before it comes to Java. Apparently, they don't even know how to do that yet. They're working on it, but it is still really cool, and I don't think anybody expected to see that. Like, they had been tampering with shaders, I think, on Bedrock Edition and like their preview version, I think it's called, but it was nice to get an official announcement of something. It looks really good. But what everybody is excited about is their first announcement of the next drop, which is all about ghasts, apparently. So first, they showed off the dried ghast block, which honestly is a pretty dark block if you think about it. It's like a little baby ghast that just nearly died out. I don't know. I like that Minecraft is not afraid to go in more dark directions. I mean, look at the Deep Dark, for example. I mean, the lore of that place, from what we know, is not the most happy. I just appreciate that even though it is considered a game that a lot of kids play, they know that an older audience plays it too, and they're willing to add a little bit more of a dark side to the game. But it doesn't stay dark for very long, because you can take this block back to the overworld, drench it in water over time, and I guess it's kind of like a turtle egg. You have to wait a couple days for them to hatch, and then you get what's it called? It's a ghastling, and the ghastling is basically just that, you know, little sad baby ghast, but completely hydrated, and he has a smile on his face. It's honestly really cute, and I feel like this could also give more lore implications too. Like, why is this ghast happy about being hydrated in water, but other ghasts in Nether are always sad or crying? Does this mean they're just dried out and are unhappy about it? I don't know. From what we know, the ghastling does not do very much. It's just a baby ghast that'll follow you around. It'll follow other mobs around, apparently, because it's like a baby. It'll imprint on stuff. It'll imprint on different mobs, including the player, as like a passive ambient mob. I like that a lot. But then the star of the show, we have the Happy Ghast, which you get by feeding the ghastlings snowballs for some reason. I think that's a bit weird, but whatever. Happy Ghast is the same size as a normal ghast. As soon as I saw the Happy Ghast appear, I said, we better be able to ride this thing. And guess what? We can ride it. They're adding a new item called the harness, which you can put on the Happy Ghast's back, and it allows the player to ride it. It'll put the goggles over its face, and you get to take off. I didn't see them lead it with anything. I guess you can just control it by sitting on it, which honestly, that's really useful. Something else that I think is nice is that, you know, since the ghast is so big, you can fit up to 4 players on it. Only one player can control it, obviously, but having 4 players on one thing of transportation, one that can fly even, that's a great way to get around with your team. The main thing that blew my mind, though, was you can kind of park him in midair and walk on him like a platform and just start building. You can just park him as a portable platform wherever you want to go, and then build like you're in creative mode or something. Honestly, pretty crazy. I think it's really important that they gave him a good use. He not only is just transportation, because if he was only transportation, then people would say, oh, it's just a weaker elytra, but it can hold 4 people. But no, he actually has a good use in the ways of building. Maybe that'll satisfy the crab fans for now. I voted for the armadillo. Unless I forgot something, I think that was pretty much it. They announced the Locator Bar, which we knew about before, and I don't really like the idea of it being where the XP bar is. I don't really know what their plan is with that, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. They're not too bad about ignoring the community and stuff. I guess I kind of gave my opinions while I was talking, but what are my opinions? Just, summarize. Vibrant visuals. I love it. I've always loved shaders. I just don't always have them on because, even with my computer, I have a 4070 Super graphics card, and even my computer can tend to struggle with some of the, more beautiful shaders out there. And I feel like having a shader built into the game would automatically help it run better since they're made for the game. It just seems like it would make a lot of sense, and they do look good. I've seen some shaders out there that do run well, but they don't look that great. These look really good from what we got to see. Overall, I really like the vibrant visuals. I'm happy they're coming to the game. And the happy Ghast. Also, I have no issues with it. As long as it's not the only thing in the next drop, which I doubt it will be, I am pretty okay with that update. I think it's really cool. I always love getting new variants of old mobs. Like, honestly, one of my favorite things about the Tricky Trials update was getting the mossy skeleton. What were they called? The bog. This is a bit of a special case, but it still works. I will say the only thing that throws me off about the Happy Ghast is the texture. It does not look like Minecraft. It looks like you put on one of those HD realistic texture packs that makes everything like 64 by 64 pixels or more instead of everything being 16. I do really like the classic Ghast design, so I hope they change the Happy Ghast and not the old Ghast, because they need to match. They're both very different right now. Other than that though, I love the Happy Ghast. It sounds like a great idea, and I feel like it will actually be useful to people. Say builders want to build something in the sky, they're gonna get a Happy Ghast because it's impossible to build in the sky with an Elytra. At least it's very hard. But for now, I think that's all there is to talk about. They didn't really announce anything else. The previous drop, Spring to Life, I believe that's what it's called. I really like that drop. I like ambience, and this is it's basically all it is overworld ambience. You got the leaves, new flowers, the firefly bush finally. That was cool. I'm a little bit disappointed they didn't add the Moo Bloom because that would have been a perfect drop to put it in. They said they haven't forgot about them, and they said they're gonna add the old mob vote losers eventually, so I'll take them at their word, I guess. But anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.